Hi everyone, my name is Tara. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a level 2 QHHT or Quantum Healing Hypnosis practitioner, and in today's video I'm going to go over some tips and tricks for you to have the best, most wonderfully successful QHHT session. And so these tips were developed by a woman named Suzanne Spooner. She is a level 3 QHHT practitioner, and I believe she's been practicing for about 10 years. So these are some tips that she developed, and they're really, they work for everyone. So I will be going over them again the day of your session, or if you're having a QHHT session with someone else, your practitioner will go over them that day so that they're fresh in your mind, so you don't feel like you have to be remembering anything. But I just wanted to kind of give you an overview, give you a head start on some of the things that you can think about for you to have a wonderfully successful session. And so first I want to address what I think might be a topic that might bring up some nerves for some people. Some people wonder if they can even be hypnotized. And so what I want to say to that is, yes, everyone can be hypnotized if you allow yourself to be. So being hypnotized is really just being in a very deep state of relaxation. So it's nothing unattainable. It's nothing, out of the ordinary. The brain state that we work in is called theta, and everyone naturally goes in and out of theta every day, twice a day, when they're first waking up in the morning and when they are just about to fall asleep at night. So again, it's nothing unattainable, it's nothing unnatural. I promise I will not make you cluck like a chicken or anything like that. So really just kind of let that be, like, ease your mind a little bit if that's something that you are worried about. It's really about just being extremely relaxed. And so when I am putting you into the hypnosis, just do your best to follow my voice. Try and see it as a story unfolding in your mind. So it would just be if, like, you were reading a book and the author was describing this beautiful, dense pine forest with, 100-foot waterfall cascading down rock cliffs with thick vines and purple flowers and a pool at the bottom. It's like you almost can't help but start to picture it in your mind. And that's really all I'm asking you to do today. And even if you can't visualize, the information comes to us in many different ways. So just be open to that. So there's nothing saying like you have to be able to visualize. It just makes it easier. That's how like 90% of us do receive the information, is through visuals. But that doesn't mean that that's what's most appropriate for you, and that's okay. The one thing I have learned doing QHHT for the past, however long I've been doing it is there is no right or wrong. There is nothing that is supposed to happen. It is all whatever is most appropriate for you in that moment. So I just encourage you to really just try to be open to the experience. You will certainly get what is most beneficial for you out of it. It just might not look the way that you thought it would look. And I can speak from experience from that. So anyway, that's a story for another time. So just try and be open. Just see it as a story unfolding in your mind when I am putting you into the hypnosis. And when I do ask you to see something, try and see it, experience it, describe it to me in as much detail as possible. That really helps you go deeper into the hypnosis, and it helps me have a better understanding of what you're experiencing, where you are, and it helps things become clearer in your mind. When you start to talk about it, when you start to focus on it, it really starts to kind of open up and really you can see it clearly. But again, it's going to look however it looks for you, and that's okay. And so I find that people have one of two different types of experiences during the hypnosis. You could have the type of experience where we call it an amnesia experience, so where you feel like you kind of knocked out, took a nap, woke up, there's an hour and a half of tape of you and I talking and you don't remember any of it. Or you could have the experience where you feel rather aware of what's going on. And either experience is okay, and I usually find that it's kind of like an up and down type of experience. Like, you might feel a little bit more aware for one question, and then you're kind of like, a little bit deeper and a little more relaxed. maybe come up and down. So that's what I've found for most of my clients anyway, is really like an up and down type of experience. But when Dolores first started to do this, everyone had an amnesia experience. So nobody remembered anything about it. But as we've been evolving as a species and as humans, we have become aware for things that we were not always aware for in the past. And that does include certain states of trance, meditation, as well as hypnosis. And there really are pros and cons to both types of experiences. Again, it will be whatever is most appropriate for you in that moment. But if you do find that you're having an experience where you feel rather aware of what's going on, when I do ask you a question, just do the best to say the very first thing that comes to mind. That's the best way to really get the information flowing. That's the best way to have the subconscious or higher self or divine part of you, whatever you call that part of you that is connected to all, that has all of the answers. That's the best way to get that information flowing, is to really just, say the first thing that comes to mind. Even if it doesn't make sense, it could be like peanut butter flying tablecloth, like it doesn't matter. just say it. Just say whatever comes to mind, and that's really the best way to get the information flowing. It might not make sense in the moment, but I promise you that by the end, it will all make sense. So just try not to filter yourself. Try not to censor yourself. When we are doing hypnosis, we're really in the right side of the brain, and that's the side of the brain that houses the emotions, the memory, the creativity, the imagination. And so we really want to let that imagination go, like fly. The imagination is what really does connect us to that part of ourselves that has all of that information and has access to instantaneous healing. So, we don't want to poo-poo that away. And when we start to analyze, when we start to censor, when we start to kind of, put logic to things, try to make sense of things, that's when we shift over into the left side of our brain, and that kind of shuts down the process. So just do your best to kind of, give yourself some grace. Just see what comes out. See what you may say. The entire session is confidential, so there's nothing to worry about. It is for you and only you, and you can share that or not with whoever you want. So, it's just again, just try to be open. And so, just say the very first thing that comes to mind. And finally, just keep talking to me. Do your best to just keep telling me, what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. That's the best way for me to kind of build my own picture so that I am able to successfully guide you through it. I always say, even if you feel like nothing is happening, I encourage you to explore that, because I can assure you something is happening. We just kind of have to figure out what it is. And sometimes it takes a minute to kind of come in. It takes a minute to kind of maybe like solidify and really make sense as to what's happening. But just keep talking to me. Keep telling me what you're seeing. Tell me what you're experiencing, what you're thinking. And again, just be open to however the information comes to you. It could come to you visuals, feelings, thoughts, knowings, smells, sights, sounds, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. And that's okay. Again, there is no right or wrong. There's nothing that is supposed to happen. It is all whatever is most appropriate for you in that moment. And so, thank you again for choosing me to be your guide on this wonderful journey. I look forward to working with you. And please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I will be sharing some insights and things that some of my clients have received during their QHHT sessions. I will also be sharing some information on, you really tapping in and going deeper into connecting to your body, connecting to your soul, your spirit, your intuition, your guides, whatever that looks like for you. But really, my goal is to kind of guide people to go within, and I find that QHHT is a really powerful tool with that. So I look forward to seeing you, and again, thank you for choosing me, and I will see you soon. Bye.